The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp. And with...
Well, guys, I'm very...
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Now, here's Irving. Allen outside, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the technical free throw is good.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
Now, here is Irving. Yep, that one goes. Greg, his scores go. Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Lillard again missing. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Nice ball movement. Wow, hammering it in.
Yeah, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
A nice shot by Irving.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Stolen by LeVert. Here's Irving. Drops in the breakaway layup. Irving's got 6.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Now the pass to Nurkic. And again, it's Portland converting.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Here's Irving. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic over Allen. Nurkic can't hit. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. High post Allen. In the corner, Irving with it. Outside Durant. Greg, we know the names of the superstars.
Grab it out of half.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time. Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And the Wahoo subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now, here's Whiteside. Goes up from the top of the key. A putback, and Collins is right there.
Now, Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Trailblazers trail by 8. Outside Hood. Fires from deep. Jordan with the rebound. Nets have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. And on the way from Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 14.
Oh, Man, off to a terrific start, yet to miss with 6 made buckets.
That's a 2 from Hood. And that one goes long. Nets leading by 11. Passes it to Luau. No good from Jordan. And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. In the corner, it's Little. Here's Trent. Portland again missing. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. That one drops for him. He's got 16.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Hood, the pass to Trent. Back to Hood. Left side, Collins. Feeds it to Hood. Rebounded by the Nets. Prince finds Harris. And on the way from Irving for 3. That one misses. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. What? When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Luau is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. KD's checked in for Brooklyn.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well. What a great option he gives them on every possession.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Nets leading by 11. And a wide open look for Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Irving's got 19 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions. Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Count it, good. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win. That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Prince kicks to Harris. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Out to KD. From 18 feet away. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. Collins passes to Trent. There's the 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. So for the Nets, Caris LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. KD's got 9.
What I like to see there, Durant no longer shies away from contact. He is the aggressor.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
That one goes. Count it. 6 points for him.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Jordan. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Harris. And that one is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's an 18-point game. It's good. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Nurkic with the steal. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Luwawu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Luwawu's got his first bucket of the night.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Puts it up from 17, and the shot goes down.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rodney Hood's checked in for McCollum. Durant down low. Covered by Anthony. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The 3 from Anthony. Kept alive. Tries again. And Nurkic lays it in. Nurkic has got 10 points.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
KD looking around. Over Anthony. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 19 points. And
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you. And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
It's Nurkic top of the key over Allen. Portland again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Irving against McCollum from 10 feet out.
Well, maybe a bit undersized, but McCollum knows his length and how that can affect what he does defensively.
And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
McCollum against Irving. Trains it from 9 feet away. Irving's got 21 in the game. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's KD. Tips it up and staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
Awesome job running the correct route there, and Allen just beating everyone to the right spot. Nice.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to KD. Shoots the 3. The 3 ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Nurkic finds McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Rig, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Ariza passes to Lillard. And it's sent back by Irving. And Lillard gets it to go. Here is Durant. 15 points in the game. Out to the right wing. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist from KD. Dinwiddie's got his 2nd bucket.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team. A bit shocking that he has not registered 1 made field goal in the quarter, guys.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Caris LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Irving.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Luwawu, the pass to Prince.
It always has this feeling that Taurean Prince is DeMarre Carroll 2.0 for this club. Good size, big frame, capable defender, but each year taking some strides on the offensive end to become more and more dangerous.
Collins checked in for Damian Lillard. And a change for the Nets. Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for Luwawu.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Here's Whiteside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Johnson is out there with Garrett Temple, and it's Caruge in at the 3 spot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Rodney Hood, not a big name player, Bones, but he's earned a ton of minutes wherever he's played over the course of his career.
A lot of people just really happy for Rodney Hood that he can continue his career coming back from a torn Achilles, and that's no easy task. So for him to just be back out on the floor and contributing in any way is a great sign.
Pass to Caruge. Back to Temple. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. And it's Caruge missing. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And finished off by Collins.
Collins running the floor, and coaches love to see a big who can get out and keep up with the ball.
Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
In the corner, Irving with it. Lets the 3 fly. And the Nets miss again. Portland with the ball. Tries it from 19. No good off the back of the rim. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. To the paint and stolen by Lillard. Deep 2 from Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And on the way from Irving for 3. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way, to try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Poke loose. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Prince against Anthony. The pass to Irving. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And he makes that one.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Hood against Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots off the step back. Rebound by Anthony. The Trailblazers on offense. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
As soon as that pass was released, Whiteside's eyes lit up, and he finishes that off with some style.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Rodney Hood. Then for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. And it's Kevin Durant in for Taurean Prince. 3-pointer Lillard connects from 3-point range.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance. That's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
Irving against Lillard. And the Nets miss again.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Brooklyn leading by 13.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
On its way from Irving for two. Allen finds Irving. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic with it. He's picked up by Irving. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
That's good from Durant.
Kevin Durant, 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which... All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn Nets, and we've got time for a...
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard...
All right, David, thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Irving. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
76ers moving the ball around. Harris trying to get free. Missed inside.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up. And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which team is able to dictate the pace tonight as well as the style of play.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Now Horford following Durant's three-point attempt. Here's Simmons. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
Here's Irving. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. 3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
Oh, and Durant covers so much ground when he puts it on the floor. You just can't keep him from going where he wants.
Harris looking it over. In the corner, Simmons with it. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Irving. And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie with the steal. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Harris. KD's got 8 points. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it didn't turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Ouch! And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Luwawu checked in. Then for the 76ers, Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. Now, here's Thybulle. Here's Embiid. No good off the front iron. Brooklyn trailing. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. No good from Luwawu. And here's the fast break. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Another miss by Philadelphia. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Dinwiddie up again and staying with the play. Harris.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Tie game in Brooklyn. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Scott. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Burks can't get it to go.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
Yep, that one goes in there. Allen's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Korkmaz. Second quarter basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Jordan trying to free himself up. A shot's good from Irving.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Thybulle, the pass to Scott. And the layup's good off the glass. Scott's got his first 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On its way from Irving for 2. Jordan kicks to Irving, launches it. Let's keep it alive. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Scott. Here's Korkmaz, and the layup is good. Korkmaz has got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Moving against Burks. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Here's Scott. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. Simmons inside. Covered by Irving. Simmons can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Durant. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Passes it to Milton. Back to Harris. On the wing, Milton inside. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Horford.
absorbing contact, finishing strong. I mean, Horford is more physical than some people give him credit for.
Simmons against Irving. Over Simmons. Rebound by the 76ers.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Harris.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Allen passes to LeVert. And the basket is good.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can't interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
Brooklyn making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Richardson in for Shake Milton. Now here's Embiid. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simmons against Dinwiddie. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Simmons.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
LeVert with a wide-open look. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 3. Richardson dishes to Horford. Over Harris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Here's KD, and the quarter ends. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And so in the game for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Horford. Clock at 2 for the lead. He's off on that one. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Good, nice job down low. Dinwiddie's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Brooklyn. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 3-point game. Here's Irving. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Now here's Richardson. He has 6. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Thibault. following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Burks. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Prince is checked in for Brooklyn. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jordan's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Here's Korkmaz, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Brooklyn with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Irving for 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Korkmaz, no good. Nets leading by 9. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Burks on the wing. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, the pass to Korkmaz, and the shot is good. Korkmaz has got 6 points.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Dinwiddie right side. And there's the pass to Jordan. And on the way from Irving for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Brooklyn. Milton finds Embiid. Burks, the pass to Korkmaz. Over Harris. Back to Burks. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz. Off on that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Harris. Then there's Caris LeVert. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, double-checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. See if they can clean it up, guys.
Here's Dinwiddie. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Nets lead by 15.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
He's near automatic from this range. Embiid, he's just an overpowering presence. He can shoulder an offense.
KD on the wing. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers trail by 13. Harris outside. Outside, Simmons. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And then Durant with the jam.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Simmons left side. Horford gets the bucket.
When Horford gets the ball down low, he has tons of ways to beat you.
And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. At one point, they led by 16. The three from KD. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The drive by Simmons. Some solid defense from Harris. Nets leading by 13. Durant finds Dinwiddie. It's LeVert on the wing. The three. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Richardson, good.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
Outside, KD. And he lays it straight in. KD's got 5 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And the first one drops.
And last season, Richardson battled some injuries. Took some time to adjust the play to Philly, but eventually it all came together.
Yes, you need to get a hard worker like Richardson to find his role. I mean, the guy is so competitive. He's as competitive as he gets. He brings that fire on defense and always believes his next shot will fall.
Irving for 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers trail by 15. Richardson dishes to Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. Embiid in the corner. Good.
Oh, it's hard to compete with a 7-footer rolling inside. Embiid is intimidating on the drive.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Nobody near Irving. And the 3 off target.
Well, that's just a lucky break from deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Brooklyn.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Pass to Simmons. With the teardrop, kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Richardson.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Durant, it's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough. Well, that's all you have to do is lob it up. Horford is effective at finishing with the alley-oop.
Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart. He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. What a fantastic look at the skyscrapers that make up the skyline. And David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, with the Sixers
growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, D.A. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Trailblazers moving the ball around. That shot misses. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And here we go with Horford running up the court. Here's Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Simmons got the opening field goal of the game for the 76ers. McCollum finds Ariza. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Moves back up, out to Harris. Back to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Embiid, the pass to Horford. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And the basket by McCollum.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Richardson. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of it.
McCollum against Richardson. And the pass to Simmons. Nurkic with the block. The drive by Anthony. Simmons against Ariza. Pass to Richardson. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. And the dunk by Embiid. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lillard, the pass to Little. Back to Lillard. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
And here now is Thybulle. He feeds it to Horford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, he is an absolute load inside. When Horford is aggressive, the defense has problems.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Rodney Hood's checked in for Damian Lillard.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Scott kicks to Burks. In the corner, it's Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Good for 3. But they recover it. Here's Whiteside. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down low, here's Burks. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers, they've got Horford. Shake Milton is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Mike Scott, and it's Korkmaz in the small forward. Pass to Whiteside, over Horford. That one a little long. Philadelphia leading by 8. Knocks it loose. Here's Burks. Lays it up off the glass. Burks has got his second basket of the night.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Al Horford. And it's Richardson in for Korkmaz. Embiid with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Here's Scott. A putback. It's good on the putback. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. Clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. His agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Harris is checked in for Scott. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Burks. Embiid, no good.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Basket, good. Hood's got 6. Here's Simmons. He's got 6. High post, Embiid. Get on Nurkic. Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Anthony.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Robinson for 3. A new 14 for the 76ers. Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Robinson for 3. He can't get that one. And it's Portland the other way. And that one's good. Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And then for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. To the right side. Korkmaz passes to Simmons. Outside for Robinson. Tipped away. It's stolen by Little. And now Portland on the break. Here's Trent. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Outside, Horford. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The 76ers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Trailblazers trail by 11.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They're scoreless since the first half, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Harris. There's the dish to Embiid, and he comes up with the deuce. Embiid's got 8 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Where the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Richardson kicks to Harris. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
Lillard, the pass to Hood. Lillard with the bucket. 10 points for Lillard.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Pass to Trent. Lillard dishes to Little. Hood kicks to Lillard. Launches a 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 10. Milton with it. He's picked up by Little. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Well, you got to appreciate the offensive game of Harris. I mean, these are shots he can make in his sleep.
There's a minute left in the third. Now the pass to Trent. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Harris. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Simmons subbed in for Shake Milton. Trailblazers trail by 12. Pass to Little. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Scott the pass to Thibault. Right side Simmons. Here's Scott back to Thibault. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They get it back. Outside Robinson. Just 3 on the clock, and it's good on the way in. And the 76ers lead by 12. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers ahead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle, and it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Simmons against Lillard. Here's Korkmaz. Back to Simmons. Shoots over Lillard. Offensive rebound. Embiid. Second chance effort. And the rebound by Nurkic.
I guess even he took this one of those once in a while.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Trent's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Thybulle finds Horford. The drive. Oh, that was terrific.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Back to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The wide open look here for Anthony from beyond the arc and then some. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
To the middle, taken away by Anthony. Now the feed to Ariza. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Ariza's got his first basket.
Man, love the size Ariza has down low, using his long arms to get off shots inside.
Lillard against Simmons. It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
High post, Embiid. Working on Nurkic. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a rage check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the 76ers lead by 7. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Here's Simmons. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
Here's Anthony. He hangs. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, tough defense doesn't dissuade Horford at all. I mean, he just mans up and works right through it.
And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And it's Richardson in for Matisse Thybulle. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Good, gets the bucket.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
Here's Burks. That's tipped. Out to the right wing. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. No good with the layup. So Philadelphia wins it. Some good competition, but thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. The activity in front of the Brooklyn News. And nothing to...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Lillard outside. Three-pointer with the second effort, and it's Anthony getting it to go. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Nurkic. Jared Allen making his last shot. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Irving surveying the floor. Shoots. And that one's good. Durant. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. And it's sent back by Allen. It's tipped. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
And it's in there.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
McCollum doesn't go that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Durant. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. There's a check in for the Nets. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Irving for three. And the Nets miss again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Outstanding pass on time and on target.
Kicks to McCollum. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Nets. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And they pick up two.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Anthony. Shoots over KD. Portland no good that time either. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Whiteside trying to break free from down in the low post. It goes.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
To the paint. Here's Durant. They get it back. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got his third basket of the night right there.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Anthony with the bucket.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And on the way from Irving for three. Allen's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 3. Anthony left side. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Now, just such a high percentage look, but with Melo, it's almost just a given. Tough to stop.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Passes to Allen. Here's Irving, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Nets lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster,
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Hood. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the point guard. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Jordan. Great tee that time from Hood.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. On the wing, Harris. And here's LeVert. Another shot. And he makes good on the layup. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. The pass to Collins. And stolen by Prince. And stolen by Hood. Here's Little. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Little's got his 2nd basket.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Here's LeVert. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And here's LeVert after Rodney Hood was able to get the triple. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Whiteside trying to break free. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's LeVert. And the layup's good off the glass. LeVert's got 10.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Harris passes to Luwawu. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Jordan. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hood deciding where to go with it. Collins. That one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect out outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
Prince misses. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Jordan kicks to LeVert. Little with the rebound. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. In the corner, it's Little. Lillard from outside. The offensive rebound. And a missed layup.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Pass to Luau. Latrey. Lillard with the rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Little can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And there it is for him. Lillard's got 6.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Here's Harris. Misses in close. And Luau Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So it's Portland now. Leaves the dishes to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, guys, Caris LeVert getting it done today.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Nurkic finds Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's deflected. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Ariza outside. From the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's Katie. That's good on the assist by Allen. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Oh, McCollum in position. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. And here's McCollum for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. LeVert with it. And that one is stuffed right through.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And they double up Whiteside. Ariza kicks to McCollum. Portland again missing.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back. Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Liftoff is complete.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now Anthony, he's got 9. It's deflected. Dinwiddie with the steal. And finished off by KD.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And they're pushing it up. Lobbed up there for KD. Allen passes to LeVert. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And another turnover here by Portland. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for LeVert. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. 1:25 left in the third quarter. Here's Jordan. Sinks that one from the post. And the Nets lead by 16.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Back to Anthony. And stolen by Prince. Here's Dinwiddie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Lillard and stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, defensively, Kyrie Irving has gotten better and better. Nice anticipation there.
Lillard from outside. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here's McCollum trying to get something going. And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
Irving misses. And here are the Blazers. And stolen by Prince. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Irving's got 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And staying with the play, Anthony. 11 points in the game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Little out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And that one's good, Irving.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. And here's McCollum for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Kevin Durant subbed in for Taurean Prince. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Little. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Hood. On the wing, Irving. Covered by Lillard. Clock at 4. No one near him. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist here tonight. And Lillard gets to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. That shot off. Good D by Irving.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Irving dishes to Allen. Looking for LeVert. He gets it there. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range, and the Nets another 3.
You give Kyrie a good look at the rim. It doesn't matter how far back he is from the line.
McCollum passes to Ariza. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And here's Anthony from the arc. Allen with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Irving against Lillard. Outside Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The wheel. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Anthony. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony. Nurkic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
McCollum, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for Durant. Temple comes in for Caris LeVert. And it's Crawford in for Dinwiddie. And Allen slams it in.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Now, here is Irving. Guarded closely. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
From deep. But they get it back. Here's Allen. Left side Irving. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Ah, that's beautiful. A view of the stunning and history.
Kevin, thanks. Coach Brett Brown wants Ben Simmons.
Absolutely, D.A. Thank you. So the next starting five. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here is Horford. Pass to Embiid. The 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Lays it up and banks it in.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Embiid with it. Guarded now by Irving. Outside for Simmons. Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Out in the open court. Irving's just too quick, too shifty to contain.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's KD. Kept alive.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And Embiid throws it down.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaway.
Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. And here is Simmons. And it's Durant with the rebound.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off LeVert. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. And Harris subbed in for Caris LeVert. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harris outside. Back to Simmons. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Prince is checked in for Irving. On defense, the Nets. Harris with it. Feeds away. The 76ers again can't hit it. And it's Prince penetrating. Good work there as it goes.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Richardson finds Embiid. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Embiid, no good. Prince kicks to Durant. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Now Richardson, he's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harris passes to Richardson. He's looking for Embiid and finds him with the shot. Richardson, no luck. Brooklyn leading by 4. And Durant, here we go. The layup missed.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Good D by Embiid.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And the shot goes in. Simmons got 6. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Dinwiddie. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Prince has got the ball.
Getting to the rim and dunking it down. That's the aggressive side of Durant.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. 6-point game. Harris finds Embiid. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Offline from the top of the key.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
And so it's the And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
They've got Scott. Alec Burks is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Robinson, and it's Korkmaz at the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Knocked away. Irving with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Luwabu's got 9.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Now, here's Thybulle. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Burks against LeVert. 5 to shoot. Scott kicks to Burks to end the cold streak. The 76ers with another miss.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament. get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. The 76ers trail by 21. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Dinwiddie, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
On the wing, Milton. Dinwiddie covering. Thibault on the wing. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here are the Nets. Huge run right now for them, going 19-2. And stolen by Scott. Now the 76ers on the break. And that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got his first points in this one.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Here's KD. And that one hits back iron.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Here's Robinson. Here's Korkmaz. Dinwiddie covering. Allen against Scott. Milton in the corner. 3 on the clock. Scott inside. A shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from Allen. And Harris wide open. He shoots. They grab their own miss.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game. That's all for now.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Brooklyn leading by 23, setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got the first bucket of the third here for the Nets.
Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
And it's sent back by Allen. Stolen by Allen. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. A nice shot by LeVert.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving is proven to be a sensational teammate.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Durant with it, outguarded by Simmons. Looking to get it going, and finished off by KD.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Dinwiddie left side. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Dinwiddie's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
The Nets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And it's Irving missing.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Embiid against Allen. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Simmons. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Here's Simmons following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Goes up on the block, and Harris puts it in.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. Back to KD. Three-pointer. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers squad is struggling. Harris looking it over. Down low. It's stolen by Allen. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the long legs of Durant right there. Stretch Armstrong help him drive inside. Impossible for the defense to defend against that without fouling.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Ben Simmons. Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Here's Milton following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Harris, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harris outside. From outside the arc, basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Shoots over Burks. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now, here's Milton. To the middle, and stolen by Prince. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris has got the ball. Harris missing again. And Zo Horford will bring it up for the 76ers. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, maybe we all know Harris as a shooter, but he can still get up.
The Nets have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Passes it to Luau. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Floats it up for Horford. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Philadelphia shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Mike Scott out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Robinson, and it's Neto in at the 1. Inside. And it's Caruch missing. And the 76ers with possession. Here's Thibault. Outside, Scott. Back to Thibault. Over Temple. Thibault can't get it to go. And for the Nets, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall?
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
To the paint, here's Neto. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the first one at the line is good. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And a change for the Nets. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Crawford outside. The dish now to Jordan. Fade away over O'Quinn. Crawford outside. Lobs it up for Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Neto. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And he banks in the layup. Neto's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Here's Temple. "14 feet away, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Temple, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Temple's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Down low, and stolen by Jordan. Caruch passes to Luwawu. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. Here's Caruch, guarded by Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Crawford. A putback clanks the putback jam. Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. It's good. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jared Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Philadelphia with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Neto kicks to Milton. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
And here are the 76ers now. Here's Neto. uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Crawford, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Neto with the bucket.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Lobbed up there for Allen. Stolen by Robinson. Milton with it. Johnson on him. Basket counts. And here's Crawford. Here's Temple. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and Dick.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are live. It's a Thursday night present payday.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Hits, got that one from Nurkic.
Think about Nurkic and how great it is to see him back on the floor. That horrific leg injury back in March of 2019.
The drive by Simmons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Simmons passes to Richardson. Anthony against Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge. The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Harris, right side. Horford high post. Passes it to Richardson. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, no good. And it's Ariza with the ball for Portland.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Richardson. Here's Simmons. That one wide left.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Embiid against Anthony. They now take the lead.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Yes, that goes in. Simmons got his second bucket of the game to go.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
And Simmons slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
With the putback. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia leading by 4. Richardson attacking. In the corner, it's Harris. Outside, Simmons. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lillard from outside. The shot will not fall. And Philadelphia the other way now.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And that one drops.
Well, Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 4-point game. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Philadelphia also making some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Now, here's Thybulle. Covered by Hood. Pocket 6. Scott the pass to Embiid. Tries again. Back to Burks. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Hood for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's a pretty nice shot. Rodney Hood continuing to work on being more consistent from the three-point line.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the inside and stolen by Whiteside. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And there's Little. That's good on the assist by Collins.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Here's Embiid, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Philadelphia. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Scott. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Outside Robinson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. To the middle. It's tipped. Scott kicks to Milton. And he drops it in from the low post. Milton's got his first bucket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Collins passes to Trent. Hood for 3. Robinson pulls it in. The 76ers leading by 5. Burks looking around. To the paint. Robinson finds Scott. Back to Robinson. Good work defensively by Whiteside. For Portland, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And he gets the bucket. Hood's got 5 points so far. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. What the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Hood. To the inside. On the wing, Milton. It's Robinson, high post. Outside, Scott. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Milton. The 76ers need to get off a shot.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Whiteside, and Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
Down low. Collins passes to Trent. Back to Collins. Shoots over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. The shot's good. Hood's got 7 points here in this quarter. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the 76ers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
At 7 feet tall, Whiteside is always a threat for the high percentage dunk.
Burks the pass to Embiid. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. Collins with it. Now defended by Embiid. Here's Trent. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Burks' shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 1. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Collins finds Hood. Misses the 3. Outside, Scott. Here's Whiteside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to for the 76ers. The first quarter was pretty even. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Now, here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Lillard's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
he's an all-star
kidding.
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Embiid finds Simmons. Richardson outside. Inside. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Josh Richardson. Now here is Harris. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Outside, Simmons. Elbow shot. Ariza with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Simmons finds Horford. Back to Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one. Trailblazers trail by 4. To the inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Nurkic has got 6 points.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Simmons with it. Now Anthony defending. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Here's Trent, and it's all evened up.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Outside for Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
Deep 2 from Anthony. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Harris outside. To the middle. Nurkic with the steal. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go.
If you look at career assist numbers for Damian Lillard, the stats don't really jump off the page at you. He's been asked to score more, but he's a creative playmaker when need be.
Simmons against Lillard. Simmons can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Thybulle kicks to Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. Deep 2 from Anthony, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Portland has possession. We've got Damian Lillard. Anthony out there with Whiteside. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Portland. Embiid inside. Anthony on him. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Joel Embiid. Lillard left side. The shot. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Richardson kicks to Thibault. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Horford the pass to Embiid. Horford trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Trailblazers leading by 3. To the paint. And the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Hey, they're going for the throat. There's the pass to Korkmaz. Embiid inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Count the basket.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
McCollum. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz, and Simmons subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Here's McCollum after Ben Simmons' bucket. And it's Lillard missing.
Now that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
McCollum against Harris to take the lead, and he lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Anthony against Horford. And that one's good, Anthony.
Melo playing de facto point guard here as the ball handler, working on the pick and roll. So it's another element that's going to be tough to stop.
Down low. Outside for Simmons. Back to Horford. And the jump by Horford.
Everybody knows that the ball is going to Horford in that situation because he routinely makes big shots.
The 3 from McCollum. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Embiid. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, it's a good sign.
Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Just a remarkable make by Whiteside there. That's a huge basket.
It's Richardson on the wing. 1:29 left in the fourth. Horford finds Simmons. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Lillard. The drive by Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo wants every bit of those moments.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. .110 left to play in the final quarter. Simmons inside. He's guarded by McCollum. It's tipped, taken away by Anthony. Last break, here come the Trailblazers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Ben Simmons.
Using that lengthy frame right there to draw contact. McCollum really baits the defender into committing that foul.
Nurkic checked in for Whiteside.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. To the paint. There's Nurkic. 2 free throws come. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, and Simmons, just such a gifted player, someone who is mentally strong in these situations.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Lillard attacking. Yes!
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. Money!
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Lillard. Can't cash it. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And Portland starts out with the ball. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Philadelphia. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Here's Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Embiid.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Leaves it dishes to Nurkic. And Embiid with the block. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Simmons against Lillard. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Now, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Here's Trent. Off target with his 3. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. The lead is... There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
Lillard from outside, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Floats it up for Horford. Harris passes to Richardson. In the corner, Simmons with it. From 10 feet out. Up again, and it's Horford with the extra effort. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Well, the game is tight. It really helps having a player like Horford who rises to the occasion of leading a late game charge.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Simmons finds Harris. Back to Simmons. Over Trent. That misses off the backboard. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Reza passes to Anthony. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
From the baseline, Embiid, no good. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Right side Horford, and Simmons slams it in.
And how about the connection Simmons has with his guys? Once the lob is on its way, you know he's going to finish in style.
So Philadelphia wins it. They had to scrape and claw to. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.